Interghost is at the caboose. He's picking up games to show to you. He really likes to play on his Wii U. And if you think you've got a high score, well, that's what Retro Records is for. His XCOM team aren't living anymore. Him and all the dudes are singing out of tune. It's your friendly YouTube hosts, interghost.
Hi there, interghost here, and this is a new series I'm going to try and do. Rather than doing, like weekly car boot sale videos and that sort of thing, which I used to do, I don't really go car booting that often anymore, and charity shops seem to be drying up of anything decent. So what I thought I'd do instead is a sort of monthly roundup of any bits and pieces that I've picked up, retro or current. And I've got a few things here, a bit of a mixture. We got games, magazines, toys. So let's get right into it. So first of all, this is a game which my dad picked up from a charity shop, and it's the Lost game. Now this is a game, I think I have played it before. I think my brother Ross had this game. He's a big Lost fan. But my dad found this in the charity shop, brand new, everything's still sealed in there. It's in like this metal tin. It's quite a nice little game. I haven't actually played it yet. I've read the instructions, and it's sort of like a exploration game where you build up a map with different tiles, and then you control different characters out of the program to try and explore the island and then escape with as many survivors as you can. So yeah, nice little freebie, that was good. Next, there was a bring and buy sale at my local game shop, and I went along and I got a few games. First of all, I got this one, Zombie Dice, which is a Steve Jackson game. This is a very cool little game, only takes literally 5 minutes to play. You use the pot, and you have like zombie dice. You can see them there with all the different brains and shotguns and running. And what you do is you just roll the dice, and you have to try and collect up brains because you are the zombies. And yeah, you can play it with I think it's 6 people, doesn't actually say. But yeah, it's very quick. You roll the dice, pass them on, keep playing until somebody gets 13 brains, and that's the winner. So very cool little game. Next one is a game I haven't played yet either. It's got a lot of instructions in it. Is it La Cita? Probably saying that wrong. This one was brand new as well. What's that way? And I think it was about, what was it, £20, which is good for these sort of games. They go for £40 to £60 usually. And yeah, it looks like you build up your towns and your armies, and you have to buy different stuff. But yeah, I haven't played it yet, but it's really good, brand new condition, and I look forward to playing that one. And finally, the game I picked up was Mice and Mystics. Now this is a game I have been playing with Leo and Jack, and a very cool game. I think this one's quite expensive if you buy it now in Amazon and the like, but I don't know if you can see that. This sort of reminds me of a bit like a Hero Quest game, if you ever played Hero Quest back in the day. So you build a board at the start of the game, then you along with the game comes like a storybook. So you read a story for the first chapter, tells you, it sets the scene, and then you control little mice who have been shrunk down from warriors and archers and wizards, and you have to play the story out, and then as you get to the end of that quest, you read another bit of story and it links on to the next level, and then you can rearrange the board. Yeah, we played the first 3 quests, I think, and they get progressively harder as you go along. But yeah, really good fun. I like the setting, I like the mice, and you've got like spiders and cockroaches and cats that try to kill you. And yeah, it's a cooperative game, so that's really good as well, so you all work together to try and complete it. So next I have some Turtles comics. You might have seen in my previous video, 80s Kid, that I've got a lot of Turtles toys and comics and that sort of thing. And me and Metropolis are both collecting the Turtles comics from back in the day. And as you can see, I've got a big bundle here. So that was really cool to get a load of them. I'll just show some random covers. Like that. So yeah, I think there was, I think I got 50 altogether. So that was really cool. Really boosted up my collection of comics there. I think there's around 90 altogether. So yeah, that was a big chunk out of the collection, which I'm really happy to get. Next item, I went into a charity shop. Like I said at the beginning, there's not really much in charity shops these days, but occasionally you'll find a little hidden retro gem. Now, I was looking in, I don't know if they do it at your charity shops, but in our ones they have like a little basket where they put in like plastic bags filled with tiny little toys, and they sell like a bag for £1. And I actually came across a bag and it had a load of little figure things in it. Now the reason I picked this up was there was these two, which are Monster in My Pocket. Let's see if I can get in focus. Don't know if you had these back in the day, but they're like little plastic monsters which you collected, and they got numbers on the back of them telling you how powerful they are. And yeah, it's something I used to collect when I was younger, and I looked it up on eBay back along, and they're really expensive now, so I'm not going to collect them. But when I saw these in the bag, I picked them up. But in the bag also there was these guys, which are mini boglins. I never used to collect these. My friends used to have boglins back in the day, and I remember seeing these about. But yeah, they're just very cool little collectible figures. Don't know if you can see them. And yeah, so they were in the bag as well. And yeah, boglins were like hand puppets, and you could get lots of different ones, and they come in like a cage box, and they all had different names, and they're very popular back in the sort of 80s, 90s. And then finally there was a couple of little go-go's in there as well, which are like collectible figures. So yeah, all of those for £1. So I thought I'd pick them up, and just something to put on the interesting items shelf. Now finally is a game, and this is a game which I've played a ton of times, but I picked up this one because it was on the Nintendo Switch. Now if you've got a Switch, you know that they're really cool because you can actually unplug them and take them with you, so it's like gaming on the go. So I picked up this one because somebody was selling it second hand on Facebook, and it's Skyrim, and it's basically the Game of the Year edition with it's got the free expansions on there, and you also get a exclusive, I don't know if you can see it in the bottom there, you can get like the Hyrule shield, sword and clothes, so you can look like Link out of the Legends of Zelda. But yeah, I've got this one, I think it was £25, and it's just, I find it quite weird that you can play games like Skyrim on a handheld console, which really just proves how good the Switch is. I'm not sure about if the graphics are worse or not. They seem the same as what I remember them on the PlayStation 3, I think I had it on. And like I said, I played it many times, but this is a game, when I completed it before, I sort of went straight through the main mission, and I never stopped to do the side quests because I knew how big it was and I didn't want to spend too long on it. But now I'm going through it, and I'm exploring the wilderness, speaking to different people, unlocking like extra quests which I've never even heard about. And yeah, it's really good to play it again. Classic game, and like I said, playing it on the go is just great fun. And also, if your wife or kids wants to use the TV, you can just take the console out and sit there and play on this. Great fun. So yeah, that's it. A few board games, a Nintendo Switch game, and a couple of toys and some magazines. So good month of January. Yeah, if you had any of these things, let me know below what you think of them, and I love to read all your comments, and thanks for watching. I'll see you again next month, hopefully. Cheers. So I picked up this one because somebody was selling it second hand on Facebook,